What is going on? Guys, I am back. Didn't stream last night. Was thinking about not doing it tonight. And really, I should have done it like an hour ago. Because I laid in bed, being like, I'll go to bed. Nah, I'm not tired. And I'll get on stream for a little bit. And I could have just done it already. I need to work on UFC 325 predictions. But I literally have like no desire. I'm probably skipping multiple fights. I can't sit here and do. I'm not doing these road to the UFC fight. I'm just not researching them. Just don't care enough. So I'll probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fights. I'll do 10 predictions. The road to the UFC, I just can't stomach it, man. I just really can't stomach it. If that makes sense. Paddy's a fraud. No stream yesterday was Bush League. If you want a raise, why ignore the message about the raise? Yeah, it made no sense. What do you think about Armin going down to 145? I think it's a catastrophe, man. What's up, Landon? What's going on, my friend? Hello, my friend. We meet again. Good to see you, my friend. Damn, what is going on here? My shit just lagged. I don't know what. I hope everything's all right. By the way, Ali should be ashamed of himself. What don't you like about going down to 140? I just feel like there's gonna be an issue. Maybe he misses weight because he's trying to cut too much weight, and they're gonna use it as a. I'm telling you, nothing he can do to satisfy these dudes. Pause. There's nothing. Apparently, Gene Silva unfollowed Rufy after Rufy's region. Yeah, I don't care about that, bro. I don't care about grown men unfollowing other grown men. I'm sorry. Joe, you've been on absolute terror, dropping so many videos today. Your last video of the biggest takeaways was an absolute banger. Love when you do videos like that. What did you think about the Paramount train wreck video? You were here the night I was talking about doing it. It did decent. It almost got 20K views. So I can live with that. I can live with a 20K bomber. I can live with that. Did Sugar Sean win? Nah. Fish Nerds taking away his messages. I think Justin carried Paddy. I don't know if he carried Paddy. Comment your subs. Are you not getting ads? Any ads or unsubs canceling each other out? The train wreck video was good. Comment your subs. Are you not getting any ads or unsubs? Subs canceling each other out. I don't know what you're saying exactly, but if you're asking me like what's going on with my subscribers, for a while during the break when I wasn't doing as much content, basically my subscribers were canceling each other out. It was going like dead even. I lost like, not lost, hundreds of people unsubbed. I don't know, maybe from that big boom I had, maybe decided to unsub during the break or whatever. And so it was kind of canceling each other out a bit during the break. But then recently it's gone up maybe like 300 subs, I would say. Let me actually see if I can see. I don't know. It just tells me net. So in the last 7 days, I've gained about 200 subs, which isn't that great. It isn't that horrible though, compared to the break. But there's actually a way to look. Let me see if I can look. Last 28 days. I always forget how to do it. There's a way to look. I've done this many times, but there's a way to look at how many people unsubbed. Because I can just look at the nets. There's a way to look. Let me see if it's here. Subscription source, maybe? Yeah, okay. So in the last 28 days, I've lost 504 subscribers. In the last 90 days, I've lost 3,000 subscribers. Almost. But I've gained more than that. And it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter that much. Because I'm going to cover what I want to cover. And I believe, and you guys can tell me if you agree with this or not, I believe my 45K is like a crazy strong 45K. Like, that's what I believe, because I continue to say what I think regardless of what anyone thinks. So there's going to be a lot of people who are looking for confirmation bias who dip out because they don't want to hear me say something they don't agree with. But the people who stick around are really loyal. So that's why I can get decent views, not the craziest views, but also I can make decent revenue, whether, be good retention time. That means good ad revenue as well as good donations. I mean, I doubt there's probably very few like just regular old MMA YouTubers doing as well as I am, at least monetarily, which I'm in shock about that. And that's not even like counting for like the massive bombs. So if that makes sense. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. To sum it all up, we're doing okay. Joe, I named my son after you. Thank you. What do you think about Justin Gaethje fighting Conor and Arman fighting Ilya? Gaethje fighting Conor, I'm fine with. I think Gaethje slaughters Conor, but I'd love to see it, Joey. So apparently Cop was offered to face Mann at 324, but he declined. He couldn't make weight in time. Damn, that's crazy. Does Volk beat Lopez? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Justin embarrassed himself. If he was really offered a new contract, didn't take it, complained to the media, then said nothing in front of Dana. But that's if Ali is to be believed. Dude, Ali, the way Ali said that, it was an embarrassment, bro. He was like, oh, maybe Justin didn't like it, this and that. Like, what, dude? Like, the way he should have just said, we're not going to comment on that publicly. I don't want to stir up anything. That's what he should have said. But instead, it was almost like he was defending Dana. I kept telling you, Joey, Paddy's overrated and English betas suck him off. I'd rather have Ilya fight Islam than defend. Yeah, I would rather have Ilya fight Islam than defend against Justin, but I'd rather have Ilya defend against Arman if it was up to me. I think Ali is lying about Justin being offered that contract. Ali sounded so guilty. I think it seemed like he works for the UFC, man. It's an embarrassment. I might have to make a whole video on that at some point. I'm sure somebody will probably beat me to it. Paddy seemed off his game last night. He didn't seem off his game. That seemed like him. I'm actually embarrassed that I didn't see it coming. Everything that I already assumed was true. Like, nothing shocked me about Saturday other than Paddy was shittier than I imagined. Like, I think Gaethje was washed. I think Gaethje is shittier than he ever has been. I think he's the worst that he's ever been, but Paddy was way worse. Bilal verbatim said Islam Usman is... oh, my. If Islam Usman happens, I'm going to throw up. I swear I'll throw up. That'll piss me off. I knew Paddy was dog shit, never doubted it. I know, but look where it led you with the Michael Chandler fight. Can we agree Tom, the YouTuber, is ducking Gon, waiting for Gon to fight someone else? Tom and his injections. Look at Rose Namajunas. Look at Rose Namajunas, man. Alger said on his podcast he's talked to a lot of fighters and no one has gotten a new contract. Seems like the extent of the pay raise or the bonuses. I told you guys that. I already knew that. I didn't need verification. The UFC's not proactively reaching out to people to pay them more. They're simply not doing that. Joey, in my opinion, the two best weight classes are undoubtedly 170 and 145. Okay, probably. Or now 155 is kind of getting shitty. I don't know. I feel like the mainstream MMA media is completely ignoring how out of shape and slow Justin looked on Saturday. I hope he comes back in better condition. He looked like shit. And everyone's acting like it was a great performance. It was a shit performance from Gaethje. I thought Gaethje looked like shit. And maybe he fought like that intentionally, or maybe it was a staph infection. But I thought Gaethje looked like shit, man. The fact that he even got hit. I mean, look how shit Paddy's striking looked. I'm being dead serious. I borderline think I would beat Paddy in a striking match. That's how shit he looked. What is next for Lewis? Is he done? I never want to hear Derek Lewis mentioned ever again. The dude is a fucking bum. Legitimately a legit ass bum of a thing. 135 is competitive. Isn't it ridiculous that some so-called fans are complimenting Paddy for his durability despite getting embarrassed by a washed Justin? I saw no one compliment Bilal for his durability against JDM. That's just the way it is, man. They're elevating Paddy off that loss. I rewatched Gaethje Ferguson this morning. Holy fuck, Justin Gaethje was an absolute animal back then. His power and speed were insane. Everyone was picking Ferguson. I picked Gaethje going in that fight. I wish I would have had a channel. Paddy doesn't fight again until fall, maybe. Yeah, Paddy's not super active. Paddy's not super active in general. If you guys could, do me a favor, like the stream. Run up the likes on the stream. I would appreciate it if you guys could like the stream. What do you think of Josh Hockett? I think he's a fucking cornball. I think he's an irrelevant bum cornball fighting bums. But I got to give it to him. He's taking advantage of the bummy-ass heavyweight division. This is what I said for years. If you're just mildly in shape, you can beat the majority of the heavyweight division. They're all bums. When people get hyped for durability, they're saying the guy sucks, but at least he didn't get stopped. Fish nerds, are you kind of quoting me from the past? Remember I used to say something like that all the time? Like, I used to say something along the lines all the time of, if people are hyping up your durability, that just means you get your ass whooped a lot. Something along those lines. I don't think Hockett beats Shamil. Joe, can we talk about how O'Malley's performance was shit too? He legit ran away from Song, barely threw anything, yet Rogan was saying he looked in championship form. I know. It was horrific. It was horrific, man. Shit performance. What do you think of the idea of Armin entertaining the 45? I think it's going to end up being a catastrophe for him. I think it's the worst idea he could ever entertain. I rewatched the last 3 seconds of round 2 10 times, the ground and pound. Did you see Hockett talking about Waldo's kids and talking about Chandler? What do you say about Chandler? Hockett had 2 fights. Who do you want him to fight already? I'm just saying he's taking advantage of the bum. He's fighting NPCs in the heavyweight division, like beyond bums. Watch Gaethje Ferguson this morning. Yeah, I know. Gaethje looked incredible in that fight. Why does the UFC all of a sudden hate Umar? I think they're going to keep fight. Why do you think, my friend? Why do you think? Look at the new Paramount deal and you tell me. The reality is, I know everyone likes to laugh, and I say it in a way to trigger people, but it is the sad reality. Dagestani oppression does exist. It does exist. I got a Tundra with your name all over it. I'm done. You say he's got a Tundra with my name all over it. Waldo has more kids than Bo has wins in the UFC. That's crazy. Waldo must be dropping loads left and right, bro. Imagine how many kids he didn't make if he made 10. Ain't it salty Habib retired at peak popularity? Oh, he definitely was salty about that. Umar got a title shot off a 1-ranked win. Where's the oppression? 1-ranked win like he didn't dominate Corey Sandhagen? Like half the dudes in the top 10 didn't turn down a fight with Umar? Like he didn't take on the most dangerous unranked debutant in Bekzak Almahan? That is one of the biggest myths in the UFC, that Umar got an undeserved title shot. It's crazy to me. If an American fighter got that, you'd shit yourself. Dude, Sean O'Malley got a robbery win over Piotr Jan, and even though I didn't necessarily want him to get the title shot, it made sense on paper, and I said that many times. O'Malley had nowhere near what Umar had. A dominant win over a top guy, not a robbery, a brutal robbery like rigged win. Joe, but I thought you'd be super high on Prime Tony. You thought only pick Habib over him. Why Justin? I forgot why. I just think I thought Justin was just had too many bombs in his hands, and basically Tony was super hittable, and Justin I didn't think would get tired. I was pretty confident in Justin. I'd pick Tony and most people. Don't you ever dare quit. We love your work. I get it. The sport is rigged, but someone like you should be there to criticize them. I don't even want to talk about that right now. It makes me sick, man. This has been my biggest fear for many years. This has been my biggest fear for many years. Sean O'Malley sitting on his purple couch saying he was going to sit out until he gets another shot after going 1-2 in his last 3 and 2 title fights. Eric was like, yeah, people want to see you and Jan. What a fucking joke. I hope Merab beats Jan in the trilogy now. I mean, it's just a fucking joke. People calling Corey, who was the number 1 contender back then, just one ranked win, low-key is dumb. And then they hyped up Corey to get a title shot off of one shit win. Off a win over fucking Figgy. They were like, yeah, Corey's most deserving, man. Joey, thoughts on the most recent ice shooting? Is there another one? Or are you talking about the one from this past week? I think it's fucked up, and I think it's disgusting, and I think there's a lot of motherfuckers who would glaze anything these motherfuckers do. Dick ride them, especially MMA fans. That's why we get ice commercials, recruiting commercials. I think it's sickening. I think you got a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there. Joey, who would Gaethje from the Fiziev 1 fight in 2023 finish Paddy? Yes, 100%. Wait, Joey, why do you keep saying on Twitter what that UFC might do? I don't know why. It's not based on a lot of things, but there's a couple things that have stuck out to me. Like, remember, Topuria said if Gaethje wins, there's another plan. I'm wondering if they might do Gaethje Arman and do Ilya Islam. Remember Dana was hinting at it too? Maybe I'll make a video on that. I think that'd be a good video idea. Just to point it out. MMA fans among the lowest IQ people out there. And yes, I'm an MMA fan. Oh, I know. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, bro. I'm very much embarrassed. What the fuck? Well. I like Gaethje in Salty Era where he finds a drunk GTA character. I like Gaethje in his Salty Era where he fights like a drunk GTA character. Okay. I don't necessarily. I think it's sad. 50% of America can't read above 6th grade level. No wonder they love that shit. Would it be considered murder and accident? I think it's murder. Joe, I'll be completely transparent. I've never been a big fan, but your Paddy video was hysterical. What do you mean by my Paddy video? Joey, you're kind of right. You're kind of right, Joey. Maybe that's why they've been waiting so long to make the next fight for Islam. They maybe want to see if Gaethje wins. They can do Ilya Islam since Paddy lost. If you had to put a gun to my head right now, I think that's what's going to happen. I'm not like super confident in it, but there's a couple breadcrumbs. And if you remember, I don't know if you remember Robin or how long you've been following. And people are going to say I'm lying about this, but this is 100% true. I am the first person that ever even suggested Islam Ilya. I made a whole entire video about it, and then like a week later, it started actually blowing up, and there was other little hints about it. Does anyone actually remember that? I forgot what video it was, but it was before Islam Ilya was even a thought. I made a video on it because there were some hints that I saw ahead of time. I'm going to go see if I can find it real quick. Let's see if I can find it. I don't remember. I've recently saw it. Okay. So it wasn't here. I want to see it was a... Let's see. See if I can find it. Where is it at? It would have been after maybe Ilya won. Let's see. It would have been after Ilya won, I think. Or would have been before. I think it was actually before Ilya won. I think it's before. Okay, maybe this is it. Hold on. I just fucking saw it. Yeah, I made a video on it. This was before Ilya vacated. I made a video February 1st of 2025. February 1st. I honestly feel like you hate watch at this point. You're not saying anything outrageous or wrong, but I think you would shit on the way you shit on the product so much makes me feel like you could focus on something you like. Dude, you don't realize it pisses me off that the thing that I absolutely love, they're ruining it and people are cheerleading it along like it's fucking good. It pisses me off beyond end. Like, you don't realize that. Like, I don't know if you have a brother or, you know, you have a really close best friend, but imagine essentially they start becoming a drug addict, alcoholic, they start beating their wife, they start fucking neglecting their children. You're going to be sickened and you're definitely going to voice out your disgust with it. You're going to fucking bitch them. and you're going to complain and you're going to try to do something about it. It makes me sick that I feel like they're ruining the sport that I love. It makes me fucking sick. And then the motherfuckers jerk it off. They're like, oh my God, Dana's giving $25K finish bonuses. Let me jerk him off for $7.7 billion. So I can't wait for JDM to smoke Prates. I know you're picking Carlos, but the footwork volume and forward pressure of JDM will be too close for Carlos. Gaethje's big belly made it look bad. He did have a little bit of a pot belly. I remember, bro, you were the only one that made me hype for Ilya Islam fight. This was before Topuria started hitting at 155. 100% I was right on the money. It just didn't happen. Hooker tweeted he'll get a title shot for Armin. By the way, Hooker's a fucking liar saying his nose was broke before the fight. That is a fucking bold-faced lie, and I will die on that hill. Yeah, Paddy's fucked up. You see Volk says he wants to fight Armin if he comes down to 45. I think Armin going down to 45 is going to be a nightmare. He's going to end up missing weight. It's clearly Gaethje didn't finish Paddy in round 1 after clearly knocking him out because he wanted to get that 100K bonus is actually hilarious. Didn't he let him up in the first round? Didn't he let him up in the first round? Can't take the UFC seriously. I know. Not saying anything negative about you. Just you said you quit watching football when they changed the rules and wasn't the same sport. What would it take you to move on? I don't know. It's just one day I might wake up and be like, you know what? Fuck this. That's the reality. I'm a maniac. There's one day I could just wake up and be like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this fucking shit. I honestly think I would have already been there if I didn't like talking to you guys. You guys make me enjoy the sport more. I think I would probably move on. It makes me sick, man. We don't get any of the fights that we should get. And it's not like the fights that we do get and they're replaced are good. And replacing them is good. Like, how can you look me dead in the eyes and be like, oh, yeah, I'd much prefer Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett over Ilya Armin. I much prefer Gaethje versus Ilya over Ilya Armin. I much prefer Islam Usman over Islam versus Gary or Islam Morales or Islam Shavkat. You can't look me in the eyes and say that. You can't look me in the eyes and be like, oh, yeah, I much prefer DDP versus Strickland too over getting Khamzat Chimaev his title shot. It's fucking bullshit, man. And then you have all these gambling bros. I'm telling you, the sport is literally dying. You guys can laugh at me now, but laugh at me in 10 years. Remind me in 10 years. Please bring it up in 10 years. I'll jump back. Even if I'm not here, I'll jump back on in 10 years and we'll revisit this. I'm telling you, they're killing the sport off. More profit doesn't necessarily mean more success. And people touting, all the media dick riding, oh my God, 5 million viewers, blah, blah, blah. They used to fucking get more viewers on like fucking Spike TV back in the day. There was no retention time. There was no average duration watched per viewer. It was just over-exaggerated, and it was globally, too. I bet you they stopped releasing numbers. And also, to be honest, and I know this is like a never-ending site, I don't trust them motherfuckers anyway. And then the fucking commentary seems like more like propaganda than anything. Am I wrong? Somebody please tell me I'm wrong. Someone please tell me I'm wrong. Does the commentary not seem more like fucking WWE propaganda storyline building than anything else? It's not real fucking commentary. And the cards are getting worse. Cards have been getting progressively worse after COVID, I know. My close friend asked me the other day if I stopped watching MMA because I barely talk about it anymore. Product is way lower quality, I know. But all the gambling bros are keeping it in business. That's the sad reality. All the gambling bros are keeping it in business. The commentary is terrible. I keep telling my girlfriend the same thing. Half the shit they say makes no sense and usually biased or incorrect. Dude, I swear they rage bait me. I don't get rage baited by anything. They rage bait me. If Justin's team really cared about him, they wouldn't take the Ilya fight. Justin should retire now on top. He's made statement against Paddy. Agreed. Joey, I can't complain about ads. I'd rather have this than pay so much. I'd rather pay for the pay-per-views. At least, give me a $30 option and let me have all the walkouts and no ads. Alex Pereira apparently says he wants to fight at the White House. I miss the days when commentary was optional. You remember when you could, yes, on Fight Pass. On Fight Pass. People legitimately bet on fighters touching gloves before the fight. What bums. I know. If the UFC had great matchmakers and Dana wasn't checked out, they should have forced Islam to fight Ilya last summer at 155. I'm so disappointed. Agreed. They should have said beat Ilya and then we'll give you a 170 title shot. We want this fight bad. The fans want this fight bad. We'll pay you extra. Just take the fucking fight. Dana doesn't know half of what's going on. Dude, I'm convinced Dana doesn't even know who the fighters are. I'm very much convinced that Dana doesn't even know who the fighters are. I did not see DC pretending that about Arnold Allen. No super tall journeyman in MMA. If you're big and tall for the division, you're a contender unless you can walk without falling over. MMAs like that. They have to follow the script. I thought O'Malley got it. Majority win, not unanimous. I hate when people say that. It's a dumb thing to say. You either thought he won or you didn't. I thought he lost clear as day. DC is a Baghdad Bob of MMA, just blatantly telling us what he sees and hears with their own eyes isn't true. It's like, it reminds me of literally North Korean propaganda. That's what it reminds me of. What a joke. What a fucking joke. Who beats Arman Tsarukyan? Nobody. Ogre Online, thank you for the $5 super chat. I won't complain about the ads because, to be honest, it's never ever going away. Not a chance, and they have always been annoying with any of that type of content. I'm going to complain when there's way too much. They're stalling out fights for 45 minutes with ads, and then they jump right back into the fights. That's the most annoying thing. Give me a higher tier. I will pay $19.99 a month to have no ads. Give me a UFC tier. Thank you for the $5, Ogre Online. I appreciate you very much. Remember when Dana was talking about having Zuck and Musk and Rome? He was acting like it was a real fight too. He was acting like it's a real fight. He was like, we're talking to the Coliseum right now. Like, Dana's a fucking clown, fraud, puss, bald, greedy fuck. Have you ever heard of Bakram? No, I have not. Maybe I have. I don't know. Who beats Hamzat Chimaev? I don't think there's anybody right now that does. Dude, why North Korea? You have Fox News at home. I've heard horror stories. I can't stand how casuals think O'Malley versus Dong fight was a robbery. Shit blows my mind. Motherfuckers don't know how to score. It was clearly a robbery, bro. It actually was a robbery. Song clearly won the first and the second round. Joey, can you do more videos like my biggest takeaways? Yes. I'll try. I pay $1K a month to have no. I paid $80. I paid $80 per pay-per-view to have. Give me, you know what? Give me $100 a month tier if I can have no commentary and no ads. I swear on my life, I'd buy it for a year out. I'd pay $1,200 right now. No commentary, no ads. Give me no fucking commentary, no ads. And give me the ability to listen to the full corner advice. Let me choose which corner I want to listen to. I think Ali sounded horrible. It seemed like he was trying not to make either party look bad, but he made Gaethje look really bad. Who do you want to see Islam fight next? Ian Machado Gary, not Kamaru Usman. That's what I want. That's what I'd like to see. That's what I would prefer to see, man. In hindsight, I think Goldie is looking pretty good now. Would love to have him with this outrage and fun and enthusiastic commentary instead of what we have now. Yeah, the fact they didn't even give Mike Goldberg a send-off was disgraceful. I'll never forget that. I kept waiting. Okay, any second now. I'll keep waiting now. That's it. Imagine an all 22 for MMA. I'd wait 24 hours to watch instead of, what do you mean all 22? Ali is really ruining Islam's career. He's advocating for Usman and even protest. Meanwhile, not even acknowledge Morales or Gary's existence. I know. Totally disgraceful. Umar, Paddy video is number 152. What does that mean? Here we go. No, I don't think we'd have a World Cup of MMA. Rogan's easily the worst commentary. Rogan and Bisping are both really bad. Rogan and Bisping are really, really bad. Listen, Joey, Iron Michael Morales is the people's champ. Iron Michael Morales. Since when did we call him that? By the way, Merab's a fucking cuck, man. The way he was begging for O'Malley to get a robbery decision was an embarrassment. Why is he dick riding O'Malley so hard? You think Tai Tuivasa makes weight and does he have a chance of winning? If not, does UFC cut him? I have no fucking idea. I'm not picking Tuivasa, but he might win. Ian Gary versus Usman would be a hug. Now, Ian Gary would box the head off Usman. Tai Tuivasa, depends if he has Taco Bell in the locker room or not. Bro, Merab trying to be a part of the Dana Dick Riding Club. I know, that's the sad thing is, Merab is literally trying to suck up to Dana, and Dana doesn't even fuck with him either. Like, damn, bro, you're a dick rider. They treated you like shit, and now you're desperate to get their approval. It's fucking sad, man. It actually is fucking sad. It makes me sick to my stomach. Like, damn, get off his dick, bro. He doesn't fuck with you. Guys, if you could do me a favor, like the stream. We got almost 200 in here. We got 40 likes. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Double check. Scroll down. Double check and make sure you are subscribed. I'm trying to get to 50K. I would like to hit 50K soon. I got to have a couple videos pop off. But the UFC ain't helped me with their lack of fucking big events. You know it's all because of money, though? Maybe. Who beats Islam Makhachev? I don't know. I think if you told me somebody beats him, it'd be Shavkat or Gary. They wouldn't be dick riders if they were paid like boxers. Dude, the way Merab's dick riding is crazy. So. Ogre Online, bro. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, Ogre Online. If they give Islam Kamaru, the sport is completely illegitimate. I doubt they want to pay for that. Plus, it would make Islam look bad. He's already going to try to fight once this year, to be honest. Ian or Morales. Or Shavkat, even. Dude, if they book Islam Usman, I may be done with the sport. If they genuinely book that, I'm going to be really heated. I'm going to be really pissed off. And it's an embarrassment to Islam, too. It's an embarrassment. Thank you for the $10. I hope they don't book that shit, man. I'm hoping Islam versus a contender or Islam versus Topuria at the White House. Make an interim welterweight title in the meantime. Gary versus Shavkat 2 or Gary versus Morales or even Shavkat versus Morales. I feel like that would kind of screw Gary a little bit. I don't care what anyone says. Goldie was equally a pioneer with Rogan. Fuck Dana for forgetting about him. Dude, wasn't that fucked up when they didn't even give him a send-off? I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and it never happened. I've been commenting on Joey's live for over a year that Jan is the only one in the division who can beat Merab, and Joey did kind of say that he can see it. I know, I did. I flirted with picking him. I just couldn't do it. I thought I would look like an idiot somehow. People with these conspiracy theories on Ali Abdelaziz, it's wild. Be a great subject for a video of research, evidence, support. It's too much. Don't care that much about him. Is he a good manager or not? That's what I care about. Is he treating his fighters right? Which he really isn't. Gaethje made an example on how you game meritocracy by whining. Strickland 2, Usman is just following the blueprint. I know. I can make a whole video about fighters bitching and whining until they get undeserved title shots. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. Legit insane. Who wins in a fight, Ariel Helwani or Nina Drummond? Probably Nina. Ariel's a little bitch, man. The way Ariel was smiling while interviewing that Josh Hockett guy really fucking made me want to smack the fucking smile off his face. Like, dude saying all types of weird shit. But I guarantee if Hackett all of a sudden started talking about like Israel or something, Ariel all of a sudden would go, "Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that, brother." Guarantee you. Ali plays the UFC political games. Yeah. What do you expect, man? Anyone that wants to get ahead in the UFC, what do they start doing? There is one thing. There is one fucking thing that fighters, managers, or anybody in Dana White's orbit does if they want to get on his good side. What is that? Dick ride Donald Trump into oblivion. Jump up and down on his dick. Get undeserved title shots that way. That's the reality. Surprised you didn't make a video about the Co. What are you talking about the Co? No one wants to see JDM fight. I'm sure people do. I'd like to see him fight Prates. Ariel legit said he thought Bilal was anti-Semitic without proof. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I wonder some MMA fighters have such bad punching technique. Practice 1-2. Dude, how shit is Paddy striking? I swear on my life I would chin him in a boxing match. With no training. Even Boers fucks with Trump. There, exactly. He has to do it to get his title shot. Nobody. Let me take a look. These quotes. Let me take a look. A guy I used to work with said that all the time. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Let me take a fucking look. Ogre Online. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Justin and Paddy fight was technically correct because it was number 6 versus number 5 lightweight. The fact it was for an interim title is kind of weird. It was a fight to find out who's 5th or 6th or 7th best in the lightweight division. That's the reality of what it was. The fight should have been made, but not for an interim title, bro. What a fucking joke that is. A fucking slop fest, too. Chill on Arrow, Joe. You and him are the only two. Shut the fuck up. Chill on him. I'm not doing anything. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Somebody asked me, you bum. Joe, you do a video on Paddy and his striking? That shit was hilarious. I wish I could show footage of how bummy Paddy's striking is. I can see Dan Hooker beat BSD. He weathered the storm against Gamrot, and BSD might be kind of chinny. I'm picking BSD. If BSD finishes Dan, I feel like it's going to be Armin BSD and Ilya Justin. Dude, Ilya's going to demolish Justin. Who would ever want to waste a fight on that? Who would even want to watch that shit? Like, being dead serious, is there anyone that thinks Gaethje has a chance? I kind of wish Paddy won, so he would have to fight Ilya. Imagine if Paddy would have won a decision. Topuria would end him badly. I wonder if deep down Paddy actually thought he could beat Topuria or no. How bad is Michael Chandler after what we saw Gaethje do to Paddy? I can promise you Gaethje ain't getting KO'd in the first. I think he is. I think he's going to get brutally KO'd in the first. They'll find a way to give Paddy another shot in a year. Oh, I know. It wouldn't shock me if Paddy gets another shot before Armin. When was the last time Gaethje knocked somebody out? I know. People are acting like he's knocking dudes dead left and right. I don't remember him knocking anyone out with a fucking punch in many, many years. The last knockout he had was Dustin Poirier, illegal back of the head shot. And then the only punch I remember was like maybe Michael Johnson. But wasn't that like a standing TKO? I don't remember that one for sure. And James Vick, he flatlined James Vick with a punch, with like a right hook. They were fighting for the 14th spot. We all know who should be 15. Dude, I genuinely think Paddy would lose the majority of the division. Barboza. Was that a punch? And that tweet went so viral. I know. You know people still bring that up today and think they're making fun of me when they realize they fell for something dumb. How the fuck is Gaethje going to dodge another ingrown hair scare? No idea. Dude, it was definitely staph. I don't care what they say. They're lying. Fair ZM would make Paddy Pimblett his little bitch. O'Malley about to get 3 title shots in a year, I know. Gaethje has some power, kind of heavy-handed, but not snappy. Dude, Gaethje looked washed. That looked like the worst version of Gaethje. The worst part is Oscar Willis's little bitch ass said, I think Paddy proved tonight he's still one of the best in the world. Like, what? What? Say what? Oscar Willis said that in a question of Dana at the post-fight press conference. Do you think Paddy going all 5 rounds and showing the durability against Gaethje proved he's one of the best in the world? When he said that, I want to say, somebody smack him. Somebody smack him. Ogre Online with a $10 super chat. Shout out to Ogre Online, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I felt like when Ilya was fighting Oliveira in that weight class, the punches were actually having more of an effect on him. So I feel like Ilya could get knocked out at lightweight. Justin needs to tighten up. Tighten up, man. He had a beer belly. Maybe it was the staff that made him look slow. But I think Gaethje is who James Vick thought he was now in 2026. That is who he is, who James Vick thought he was many years ago. Thank you for the $10. Not going to lie, did better than Poirier the second time. Are you talking about Paddy did better than Poirier? I disagree. Thank you, Ogre Online. I don't think Gaethje can tighten it up. Pause. I don't think Gaethje can tighten it up, my friend. Pause. Massive pause. Massive, massive, massive pause. They're 100% will give O'Malley a title shot. He will retire if they announce Yamura. I think he will retire. Now, he said he's going to wait. If Vic had a chid, dude was spitting facts. He was. Max needs to be checked for CTE. Hard to watch sometimes. I think Max does have early CTE. I mean, MMA Guru was going off on Islam because Islam tweeted about Paddy being handed a title shot. He sucks off Paddy and hates on Caucasus region fighters. He said this was one of the best fights ever. Damn, what a dick rider. But it doesn't shock me, man. Isn't he from the UK? So, UK beta boy sucking off another UK beta boy. It's just crazy when you let your bias get in the way of a real opinion. What Islam said was facts. If you listen to the commentaries and the post-fight interviews and didn't watch the fight, you would think Paddy won. Yeah, Paddy won by getting the fuck beat out of him for 4 rounds. 4 out of 5 rounds. Oscar Willis. Some guy just said Gaethje was... who has the worst striking defense coupled with the slowest reaction time and chinniest chin at 155 wouldn't get KO'd in the first against Ilya. Not going to lie, I kind of want to see Michael Chandler versus McGregor so they can finish the Ultimate Fighter 31. Shut the fuck up. Joey, honestly, why did Paddy look so terrible? He looked decent against Chandler? Because Chandler fucking sucks. That is the reality. Michael Chandler is a fucking bum. Michael Chandler sucks. Been telling you guys that for a long time. So Paddy looking good against Michael Chandler was nothing. Meant nothing. I fell for it a bit. I was like, Gaethje's kind of washed up too. So maybe he beats Gaethje. My idiot brother non-ironically said Paddy versus Gaethje low-level fight was one of the best fights ever. Also said Holloway, Oliveira. So everyone knows Oliveira wins. Dude, I can't believe people are sucking off such a slop fest. It was a fun, entertaining fight that we definitely need once in a while. But sucking that off like it's such a great fight. I'll tell you a fucking great fight. Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira 1. Yuri Prohaska versus Glover Teixeira was a fucking banger. Great fight. TJ Dillashaw versus Dominic Cruz. Really fucking good. There's plenty of really high-level fun fights to watch. This was just a slop fest of basically one over-the-hill bum and a washed-up. One bum who was overhyped and the other one kind of washed up elite fighter, formerly elite fighter, but still has some. Ray, thank you for the $2. Appreciate your $2, man. Thank you for the support. Really means a lot, bro. Thank you for supporting the channel. Anyone know what happened to Biggie Boy? I heard he got into altercation with his neighbor. I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. Armin Gamrot was a great fight. That's true. It was a very good fight. Armin Oliveira was a banger. Agreed. And people called that fight boring too. I love that fight. One of my favorite fights was Armin Gamrot. I agree on that one. I'm trying to think of another one. Derek Lewis straight up quit. I don't know how he's not. Yeah, he followed the Tom Aspinall blueprint. Just quit, refused to fight. Refused to fight. Slopfest. Like, it's just crazy to me. People were like, man, Paddy versus fucking Gaethje. Islam Volk 1 was one of the best fights ever. Agreed. Volk Max Holloway 2 was really good too. Derek not trying, just fixing fights. Dude, that fight, he fell from a phantom jab. He knew he was going to lose anyway. He probably bet on the round and method. That's probably the reality. I'm done. Michael Chandler vows to steal UFC White House show no matter what. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You got motherfuckers posting fake info about what Gaethje's earned. That's wild to me. Watch it again. Lewis got hit. I didn't see it. By the way, it's absolutely bullshit the way you have to find the fights. I needed help finding it. Let me go watch it. If I can fucking find it. How is it not here now? How is it not fucking here now? Let me go see. I can't find it again. I mean, they bury it on Paramount. Can someone walk me through how to find it? I thought you went to UFC 325. And then you would find, okay, there's 24 highlights, but I don't want highlights. I want the full fights. How do I find the full fights? This is crazy. You literally can't find it. Someone walk me through on Paramount how to find it. I thought I found it the other day, but this is not the same. The fights are just not there. So you can't even find the fights. I mean, Paramount sucks ass, man. I don't understand how I find the UFC fights. It says UFC numbered events when you click on UFC. How do I find the fucking event? I don't see it anywhere. It's just 325, 325, 325. Can anyone tell me how to find the full fight? Paramount sucks, man. How can I not find the full fights? Yeah, all I can find is like Paddy Pimblett's fights. I mean, this is unreal. The fact that I can't search a fight and find it. Yep. Nothing comes up. Just click on UFC 325. Maybe here. Oh my God, I might have found it. Fight selector. Let's go watch this finish. About damn time I could find it. Derek Lewis fucking sucks, by the way, bro. Let's go watch this mythical jab. Derek Lewis literally sucks. I remember people were saying he was in shape again. He's just collecting a check. I'm watching. I'm almost at the finish. Dude went down from a phantom jab. Let's watch this. He literally pot shotted him. Barely even hit him. I mean, what a bum, man. What a literal bum Derek Lewis is. The fact that Jalton Almeida didn't finish him is crazy. I got to watch this full reap. Damn, Salsa Boy beat the fuck out of him. Let me watch this replay. Let me watch this replay real quick. Dude, that punch didn't even touch him. That punch genuinely didn't even touch him. I got to replay this shit. That punch did not even fucking touch him. Yeah, the full archive is not there. It's actually shit. On the mobile, it works fine for me. It didn't work fine for me. You have a Chelsea on and teach a moment. Hamzat's name is pronounced Kazmat. Okay. I was laying in bed watching old UFC fights. It's easy to find. It's easy to find any fights. Did you see Tim Welch's new video saying how we beat Song? No, I did not. I don't watch Tim Welch. Dude's the bummiest coach of all time. Apparently, Dana's being forced to testify. Heard you can avoid commercials by going to multicam. Did you try that? I did not. I'll have to try that this weekend. At the press conference, they were asking Derek questions. He kept saying he don't care, to the point the media guy asked him, do you care about anything, our questions, or even care about the fight? He clearly didn't. Heard Waldo knocked up Lewis after that missionary. It wasn't, well, there was a little bit of missionary, but it was mainly doggy. It's insane that heavyweight does not get the same shit as women's MMA. I know. Derek got slapped ass up after pump faking for 10 minutes. That's why I can't believe people act like Derek is actually good, man. It actually really pisses me off that people act like Derek is good. It's really a fucking joke. Excuse me. Damn. That came out of nowhere. Apologies, boys. I didn't think it was going to be all that. Watch round one of Yadong versus Sean and see who won. I thought Song clearly won that round. I'm not going to rewatch it right now. I'll rewatch it at some point. Oh, man. Losers were glazing Derek and said he had 6. Every fight they do that. Every fucking fight they do that. Derek Lewis doesn't even get slapped. He just acts like he's hurt and quits via TKO. And nobody calls it out. Nobody calls it out. You don't piss me off because if he had a little more urgency, he could have won it. He abandoned the leg kicks in the third round. Imagine they give finish bonuses and fighters still don't cash. Joey stopped lying. Lewis dropped on the mat and spread his legs. Waldo thought he was a side piece and jumped on it. Yeah, Waldo was about to have another kid. Ateba had 5 knockdowns on Puliev and was not running. Did you read Chandler's tweet about Derek Lewis's balls? I feel like somebody sent that to me, but I don't remember what it was. Yasmin Lucindo has been suspended 9 months for testing positive for something. I did not see that. Awfully suspicious. I can't believe Teixeira lost to Lewis. It was a bullshit stoppage. They act like Derek Lewis knocked him out cold. What a fucking joke that was. Wouldn't be surprised if Dana cheats on 1 fight per card minimum. I bet you Dana bets on these fights. What do you guys disagree? Derek Lewis has been doing what Bo Nickel did, quitting the strikes for a while now. He's just slick with it. He's not, but people give him a pass. He's done it many a times. I don't know who I'm picking in the main event this weekend, guys. I really don't. The worst part is Derek Lewis sucks and people act like he's good. He beat fucking Talish and Teixeira and Rodrigo Nascimento. I forgot. Dude got finished by Tai Tuivasa. I forgot Derek Lewis and Chris Daukaus headlined an event. Dana definitely bets on the fights. Oh, I think he does too. Why do you think he's always pissed, man? He has some type of proxy that bets on fights for him. He's always betting on other sports. He's always gambling. Dana probably pays off refs and judges to bet on fights. Probably. Derek Lewis has a good personality, though. At least he doesn't behave like, shut up, dude. He has a good personality. Does he have Instagram followers? Joe, if you had premium, you could watch the fights. $8.90. I have premium. He was super pissed that. Oh, he was tight that Paddy lost. He was super tight that Paddy lost. His sphincter was puckering, man. You think Fluffy beats Sean Strickland, I guess? Yes. Yes, I do. Sean Strickland's bummy as hell, man. Overrated. Got a bullshit win over Israel Adesanya, and people overhype him since then. Was underrated before then. If you guys could really do me a favor and like the stream, I mean, it's crazy. 61 likes, 210 in the chat. 61 likes. Joey, is Derek Lewis the new Bob Sapp? I don't know. I didn't watch Bob Sapp. Puckered. His sphincter was puckered. You guys enjoyed the takeaways video? I'm glad you did. I'm glad Robin did. I enjoy doing those videos. I did the little slideshow. I set that up beforehand. That actually made it easier. I've never done that before. I'm going to do that in the future. I can do slideshows of images if I need to. Damn. We've already been live for 1 hour. Yes, I love the takeaways videos. Yeah, I'm not gonna do them for every pay-per-view or every numbered event, but I'm gonna try to do them for most events that have consequential fights on it. So maybe close to every numbered event, but not always. We'll have to see. It depends what the card's like. If I can't come with 3 legitimate takeaways that I actually care about talking about, I'm not going to make it. I can't force myself. I'm going to start skipping some cards too. I got to make what I think makes a lot of sense. I wish Gaethje put Paddy out in round 1. It was the worst night of Gaethje's career still, and in this industry, Plant couldn't win. Do another Chandler video? Fuck Chandler. I might do a McGregor video, though. 100% Figgy got a huge bonus for not fighting. Dude, I swear, that's my conspiracy. I think they pay certain guys. I think they pay certain guys to do certain things against Dagestani guys. It's a crazy conspiracy. Google to pay $68 million over allegations its voice assistant eavesdropped on users. Ew. Damn. That's wild. You don't have to do it for every card, but you should make a video, all the cards fights to make after this card. It's just a lot of hypothetical, and half of it's not going to happen. So, like, what's the point? I'm just telling you the fights that I want to see after a card. Like, I hate the bullshit. Like, it's not going to even happen. Predictions for the White House card, I'll say Islam Ilya. I told you Conspiracy didn't have a certain deal with fighters that he pays the less and guarantees the more social media exposure. And he basically does that with everyone. It's just, does he actually give them exposure or not? O'Malley's a star. He endorses alcohol and drug use and spreads his arms in the center of the octagon. Yeah, he's a massive star, bro. I like the video series you should do about fighters that should be fired. I'm going to throw that in. I'm going to bring it back here and there. I just can't commit to doing it after every card. It takes too much time. Joe, do you think it's weird Ivanka Trump and Dana work together so they can make the White House card? I still don't believe it happens. And if it does, man, you better not send any brown people there. They'll probably fucking execute them in the octagon or on the way to the octagon. But yeah, it's weird. Also, we need more emotes. I'll get on it. Yeah, watch the show O'Malley's walkout. I bet you they stop showing the walkouts of fighters they don't like. They will. They will. It's a way of power over the fighters. Who beats Piotr Yan? Umar's the only one with a chance to beat Piotr Yan. That is the sad reality. Paddy strikes the Ronda. All I heard in the corner was head movement. Is this Curtis Blades? Looks like Waldo. Nah, it's Chris Curtis giving the middle finger. Derek was just fighting for Popeye's money. I know. O'Malley looks like a heroin junkie. Kinda. 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 How fucking dorky did Paddy Pimblett look in that poly market chain? How dorky did he look in that fucking chain? I agree. Umar has the best chance of beating Yan. 8 out of 10. Dorky, you jealous? Yeah, I'll never allow so many pink tattoos on O'Malley. Wonder what pink dye does seeping into your bloodstream. It was fake. Either way, it was dorky as hell. Either way, it was dorky as hell. It's some gambling shit. And they're paying a lot of people. They're paying a lot of people to rep it. I got an offer from them as well. The day they signed the deal with the UFC, they were reaching out to everyone. They were reaching out to everyone who's in the MMA community, offering them deals. So if you see motherfuckers pushing that, you already know. The chain was a rental. I got to do my predictions. I got to do my predictions tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm just going to bed. I don't care if the predictions get out late anymore. I don't remember that one. But no, it wasn't that. Paramount will not let you rewatch the event. I know I can't find the event. You can only find the fights by themselves. You're stand-up guy but not selling out the gambling companies? Yeah, I can't do that. I fucking can't stand it. I think it's ruining society. It's a lot of money, though. I can understand, man. If they get to 20K, if they give me like 20K a month, I'm going to do this spot. I'm going to start talking in the video, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm going to trash them, okay? And I'm going to see how long I can get away with it. Okay? So if they ever offer me, like, let's say they say, oh, we'll give you 5K per prediction video. I'll be like, this video is brought to you by Poly Market. You can bet on the Poly Market. Bloody, bloody, bloody. $10 deposit, this and that. And then I'll be like, all right, let's get into my actual predictions. Bloody, bloody, bloody. I'm taking this pick. I'm taking that pick. By the way, guys, Poly Market is a scam. Do not get scammed by Poly Market. They're paying me 5K per video to do this. So I'm burying this a little bit and just see how long I can get away with it. Dude, I really think gambling's ruining sports. I'm going to ask them to send me a poly chain. The dogs are barking. Joey sporting the poly chain and gambling sites would be dope. I mean, they basically told me, not Poly Market, but the other one told me basically, I think I could have got 1K for the 325 prediction video. Because they offered me, I think, like $750. And then I said, nah, that's not enough. And they said, well, how much you want? So I would have told them 1K if I did it, but I'm not going to. Dude, we're talking about fucking gambling, dude. Shut the fuck up, you bum. You crybaby bitch. I've been suspect Moicano and Gilbert since they started hanging out with Maddie. What do you mean you suspect them? I swear motherfuckers lie about who they give you bad betting advice because they're sponsored by gambling companies. Fucking scam central. You know why they pay these motherfuckers a lot of money? Because they know they're going to get it back on the marks. So, Ogre Online, they give you the $10. Gambling's only bad when poor people do it. To be honest, some people can afford to gamble and make a lot of money. 2 weeks ago, I made $20K off $3K on slots and brought $7K with me. I made that and left. You aren't going to believe this when I say this, but I know a few people who I see on a regular basis who are professional gamblers. I'm mainly talking about sports gambling. Okay? Now, I think any gambling can be horrible in general, but I'm mainly talking about sports gambling, online sports gambling. Thank you, Ogre Online, for the $10, bro. I just think it brainwashes a lot of people. DJ definitely be giving wrong picks deliberately. I don't know why. I don't know if I've ever used the word deliberately in a video, but it's for some reason it's a funny word. Yo, Joey Chandler saying he reps the stars and bars while adopting black kids is insane. What do you think? I think he might do it deliberately. All the experts were picking Paddy. Yeah, those bums, man. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's too easy to fix fights. But, dude, congratulations. 20K off 3K on slots. 20K off of 3K on slot. I don't believe that for one set, Ogre. That sounds like way too much. And I brought 7K with me. I made that and left. So you made 20K. How much did you leave with? Did you leave with 27K or you left with 7K? Take the money and stakes out of it. Do you like casinos in general, card games for fun? I don't. Let me put it this way. I don't hate them. I don't hate him. Always reminds me of Lion King, Mufasa telling Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me. Deliberately. Chandler's a good human. Chandler's not a good human. Chandler's not a good human. He's a piece of shit. Phony, fraud, bitch. Pussy. Like you, Robin. Really starting to piss me off, Robin. Sports gambling is a scam because of the juice. The casino is the same. The house clearly has an edge. Yeah, but you can get them, at least in the casinos. People making 12K and 12K are going to take a bribe. Yeah, fuck yeah. They told me you can make 200 grand, buddy. Just let us know what you're up to. Let us know what you're up to. But I think people can go play card games and shit. And I don't think that's as bad. I just think mobile sports betting has ruined society. Chandler reminds me of Jones, fake nice guy. Dude, Jones is corny too, but I think Chandler's 10 times worse. Really good human, makes you immune to treatment. Well, the law works with children. Charity took a widow and ID with shattered knee. Will leave him the fuck alone. You have the shittiest takes? Well, then don't watch, you pussy. Be like, you could make 24K or 112K. You decide. What are you talking about? I just can't believe Ogre Online deliberately said he made 20K off 3K on slots. Is Vadim Nemkov UFC level? Yes. Chandler said he's going to steal a spot on the card. He's going to steal a spot on the card. Chandler is saying Chandler's a people pleaser. He will say whatever you think sounds good, fake as fuck. Jones is a worse person than Chandler, most likely. Dude, I don't know. I think Chandler's got a fucked up brain combined with CTE. Mobile sports betting just became legal in my state of Missouri on 12/1/25. I'm telling you, it's going to ruin people. It's going to ruin fucking people. I used to think, why wouldn't it be legal? Let people gamble. No, I realize now. Do. Another whole year without a Chandler fight? Hopefully. Dude's a bum. Repping the stars and bars. Have you heard of fighters talking about Ilya's sparring session at Killcliff? They're talking about... I have no idea. Dirty Mike should be cut from the roster. Agreed. Ogre Online, thank you for the $10 dono. If you make a lot of money and go gambling at a high payout casino, then you buy jackpots. You can force jackpots with large amounts of money on slots. People who do that are called whales. I'm one. Explain to me what that means. So if you make a lot of money and go gambling at a high payout casino, then you can buy jackpots. What does it mean to buy a jackpot? You can force jackpots with large amounts of money on slots. People who do that are called whales. So you know there's a large jackpot and you just go there and play until you win the jackpot and you're going to make more money than you put in? Is that what you're saying, Ogre Online? He said, I'm one. Ogre's a whale, man. Ogre's a fucking whale. How come you aren't my whale, Ogre? Is that what you mean? So, like, there's a high jackpot slot machine. And let's say you got to spend 10 grand, but you can win 70,000. Is that kind of what you're saying? You got to teach me your ways, bro. I want to take advantage of the casino. Put 25 into DraftKings. Just realized I'm not allowed to use DraftKings in Texas, just like Pornhub. Bro can't use DraftKings or Pornhub. Damn. Joey's milking a whale. I'm done. Yeah, the higher the donation, the more characters. You know, I didn't even know that for a long time. Chandler has one dude on his mind. Now I'm curious, man. Very, very curious. Damn. The way Jorge celebrated in front of Ben Askren was crazy. Just saw that. Chandler has one dude on his mind. He said he's going to steal a shot, steal a show at the White House, steal a spot on the White House. Nothing would make me laugh harder than if they do McGregor-Paddy. I think that's the fight to make. McGregor versus Paddy Pimblett. Scousers don't get knocked out. Armin dropping down to 145 is a disgrace. I think he's been told to give him a title shot by the UFC. They want him to go down, drain himself, and miss weight, and then say, you see, he's not reliable. He's not reliable. He missed weight at 145. Really embarrassing. Ali really is embarrassing himself. He said he spoke with someone very high up in the UFC, didn't say who, and they told him Ian Gary's too boring to be next for Makhachev. That's crazy, man. That is legit crazy. Dana has Chandler's number blocked. So does Hunter. I know he does. Chandler can fight Moicano. I think Moicano beats him. Heard through the grapevine O'Malley's going to WWE Raw, so he's one dude on his mind. Yeah, Piotr Jan. Piotr Jan. Piotr Jan. I thought the Australian cards were earlier. I guess not anymore. I guess not anymore. You see, it starts at 9 p.m. main card. It'll still go off the regular time. What's up, bro? I can't believe I didn't notice that. I'm pissed I didn't notice that before I went to bed. You bum. I don't know how I did that typo. I never looked over. I just typed it and never looked at it. You got to realize this shit's like second nature to me. So it's not like I'm double checking unless it's like a long word. You should have tagged me on Discord as soon as it came out, you bum. I never looked on Discord either. I would have noticed it on Discord. 7 p.m. in Vegas. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm getting ready to hit the old proverbial, dusty trail. It's getting real bummy around here lately. It's getting real. As I say that, Ogre Online with the $20 dono. If you can afford to take 5 when you choose to go gambling, you can play until you win something, but only at high payout casinos. This month, I hit 5, 10, and 24K jackpot on $30 spins. Easy money sniper. I'm just trying to understand how that works, though. So are you just kind of on the scan for like high payouts and then you just keep playing until you win? Is that what you do? Like, so let's say you see a 24K jackpot. How do you know I can spend 5K and hit this jackpot here? How do you know that? 5K? What do you mean by 5K? Are you watching? I think you're a little bit behind, bro. Like listening to this and like you're like 2 minutes behind the live. Thank you for the $20 donation. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support, bro. I'm glad you're robbing the casinos and then giving me a small cut of it. I appreciate it, man. It really does mean a lot. Ogre Online's been a long time watcher and a long time supporter. I don't actually give Ogre Online enough credit around here. Dude's out here taking over the casinos, brother. Taking over the fucking casinos. We all know I made the right decision. I'm glad you remember that, man. Jan is one of my favorite fighters, but if Merab Umar ruins their plans, I think they could be besties over the fact I want them to ruin their plans. I would love that. I was looking at the rankings. I think Paddy is cooked at lightweight. I agree. He's not beating anyone but Chandler. Fair's EM is like 14. Would beat the fuck out of him. I've been a member for almost a year, but I forgot about the Discord. Have you really? What did your name used to be? I don't recognize your name. What did your name used to be? I like how UFC gimmick is the best versus the best. Meanwhile, both Usman and Nurmagomedov, Paul Hughes would be ranked top 5 easy. Most of the heavyweight division at PFL clears UFC. Same with women's. I don't know about that. And also, that's not necessarily their fault, but their best fighters don't fight their best fighters anyway. So what's it fucking matter? Annoying to me. I'm done. Diego Lopez, I just realized had his arms up in the air when the decision was being read for the last fight. They should do Sean Corey at the White House, sure. Remember, streams only used to be dope. Those were the days real bummy around here. I'm gonna do one soon, bro. I will do one soon, you bum of a ting. Ulysses Duran trans finally changed my name to Sapphire. Okay. Alrighty. I seen the PFL release the rankings. When you said Chandler's doesn't have plan B, but his mother should have taken it, I mean, am I wrong? Ogre and Dana might become best friends in the casino one day. Yeah, they might very well. I swear, I think Ogre Online's watching like 4 minutes behind. You guys ever notice that? He must not realize it. We need Ian Gary back. Agreed. Ogre Online, thank you for the $10. Here we go. Here's the answer I wanted. Go to the high limit room. They have big jackpots and different limits that you can bet. They have higher jackpots with more to win. Minor, mini, and majors are all the way more in high limit. $30 spins are crazy. So basically, you just go into the high limit room. You see a big jackpot, and you just play $30 spins until you win. But what happens if you spend 10 grand to get a 5 grand jackpot and you don't get it? Do you just keep playing? Appreciate the donations, Ogre Online, bro. Appreciate the donations. Ogre Online just dropping dono after dono tonight. Morales could clip Islam early, but it'd be unlikely. Crazy that Paddy would have taken less damage from Topuria going 5 rounds with Gaethje doesn't end well. I think it's the end of his career. People call me, that's the end of Paddy. But thank you, Ogre Online, for the $10, man. I wish you the best of luck in doing that. And thank you for your support, man. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. I have to try it one day. I'm going to take $5K to the high limit room. I'm going to have to call you up, bro. I'm going to have to call you up so I can get your advice. What happens if the machine is rigged? It may very well be. Joey just milking the donos. I'm genuinely curious what he's saying. You bum. Damn, Camille really thinks I'm out here milking dudes. I'm done. Camille tries to milk me, man. That's the reality of it. You think Paddy's fall off is similar to Darren Till? I think it'll be worse. Darren Till actually had skilled boxing. I think the only person Paddy can beat at lightweight is Beneil. I don't think he beats Beneil. Paddy gonna have the same career path as Moicano. Nah, they'll give him a bummy fight. He'll somehow get a win, a robbery win, and then they'll give him another title shot. Same as Sean O'Malley. Same as Sean O'Malley. Sugar Sean O'Malley. Remember that clip they used to always play like Snoop Dogg? You guys remember that? Or no? Damn, I hope Diego doesn't chin Volk. Because they desperately want Diego to be champ. They desperately. When are we hitting 50K? I'll say March 7th. I got to have like a couple videos pop off. Scousers are now 0-2 in title fights. They wanted Darren Till desperately to beat Woodley too. Paddy's going to have the same career path. I already read that. You were right about Chandler all along. I was. Thank you, Jeremy, for the $2. I was right about Chandler for a long. I was saying it, everything down to the detail. And what's crazy is I made video after video after video after video after video. People try to make me look dumb. People try to make me feel dumb. I stuck to my guns. Thank you for the $2, Jeremy. Who do you think they're going to give Paddy after this fraud check? I mean, I'll tell you right now. They're going to try to give him someone coming off a loss. So, damn, everyone in lightweight's fucking too good for. I think he loses to everyone at lightweight except Chandler. So I think they're either going to give him Moicano, Dariush, or Dan Hooker if Dan Hooker loses to BSD. It'll be one of those three guys. It'll be one of those three guys. I think it'll probably end up being Dariush. I think Dariush beats him, though. Volk will either look incredible this weekend or look like a wash, no in between. Imagine what Hoofy would do to Paddy. Oh, my God, he would obliterate him. Hate it, but Volk's losing, and he knows it, too. I don't know who to pick. I can't do my predictions. I really don't know who to pick. Best case scenario, Volk winning, Fluffy winning, and want to see Dana's plans ruined. Yeah, I don't want to see Diego win just because it's what Dana wants. And he doesn't deserve it. Absolutely, positively does not deserve it at all. Does not deserve it at all. Are you confident Grant Dawson beats Fatty? Yes. Most likely. But is he ranked? He's not ranked, is he? Grant Dawson isn't ranked. They might give him Grant Dawson then. They'll let a number 5 guy fight an unranked guy. Sandusky can't save you now. Sandusky can't save you now. How are some people still giving Paddy praise for getting 49-46 by an out-of-prime Gaethje with staff? Dude, you're preaching to the choir. You are preaching to the fucking choir. Bo was a glorified CM Punk. I've been saying that for a long time. They did that deliberately, too. They did that shit deliberately. He's ranked and got starts by Minot. I know. I switched my pick there. Sandusky can't save you now, Bo. You were doing great work starting off this year. Just don't stop. Are you confident? I already read that. I think Hoofy has trouble with Paddy. Nah. I do not believe Hoofy has trouble with Paddy. Joey, the new Mystic Mac. Yeah, call me Mystic Mac. I predict these things. You know who I hate? Brock Lesnar. Okay. Alrighty. You hate Brock Lesnar. Good to hear. I think I'm getting ready to get out of here, boys. It's getting late. I'm trying to get to bed at a reasonable hour. I got to do some videos tomorrow. I'll try to get out at least my predictions tomorrow is the plan. Could what other MMA promotion truly rival the UFC in the future? It's possible. You deserve $50K. Thank you, bro. We will get there one day. Paddy's worse than Covington, 100%. Covington would actually beat Paddy, I think. Even the washed up version of his shitty former self. It's 7 p.m. in Vegas. That it is. Guys, like the stream. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Check out the latest videos. UFC 324 biggest takeaways. Prediction should be out tomorrow. It should be out tomorrow. That's what it should be. Okay? So, I am going to get out of here. I'm going to hit the old proverbial dusty trail. Shout out to Ogre Online, the whale around here. Shout out to the whale around here. Shout out to him for taking off the casinos and sharing a little bit, breaking me a little bit off. I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate all the support. Yeah, we got lesbians up on stage. Ain't no homophobia around. How? Like this stream, guys. There's 200 people in here. You guys can't get the stream to 100 likes? You guys can't do that? I would appreciate it if you could. Goodbye. Good night. And I will talk to you boys later. Good night. Good night. Good night.